Hello there, only one Kenobi here, only one. And I apologise for the lateness of doing this video. The reason I've been hanging back since my last upload is because this is my 500th video, would you believe it? And I've double checked that. I've been on YouTube, I've had a look at my video archive, I've looked at my playlist, because I don't know if you know, on my channel I keep a playlist of all my videos. Every time I upload a video, I add it to all Only One Kenobi videos and, you know, any of the subsequent video that playlist that it matches. But this is my 500th video, so been a bit of a gap in my sort of video production, because to do this I need to sit down and I want to kind of go through a load of pictures I've been taking of my brand new collection rooms to kind of give you a bit of a story of what has been going on. So this is going to be very uncut. I'm literally sat here on a bed and I am going to go right back to about a month or so ago when I started doing these new collection rooms and sort of talk you through them picture by picture. So I'm sort of scrolling through here now, and then I'm going to add the pictures later. So I'm recording audio and I'm going to put them all in, put the audio in the video and then add the pictures later. So what I wanted to sort of explain to you is I've kind of got a new way of fastening my vintage collection. It's obviously in Protech Star Cases to the wall. Previously, I hung my vintage collection on the wall with nails, but I found this new ingenious way, genius, but it's just a new method of fastening the cards to the wall. Firstly, I've got this new collection room. I've got two new rooms now that I'm putting my stuff in. One of them, as you can see here, has got a wardrobe. I've taken the doors off this wardrobe. It really kind of crappy quality wood saloon doors type thing. So I've taken them off, and I'm glad I did, because now I've got this kind of like open space for well, it's like an open cabinet, which is good for putting my helmets, vintage collection, sorry, Black Series helmets that I've got in there. So that's quite good. And there's kind of that really tall section there, which I was going to maybe put some more shelving in that, but I actually thought to myself, well, maybe that would be quite good for putting my katana box. Now, I don't really go all out in displaying boxes and stuff, but lots of people do. But if you're going to put any box on display, it's got to be the katana box, hasn't it? Because look at the quality of it. It's such a good-looking box, and it's so unique as well. So anyway, I haven't decided yet, but for now, that is in there. It's actually still in its outside Hasbro box, but, you know, all in good time, I might consider having that as somewhere I can put my katana box. But anyway, so let's start right at the beginning. What happened was, when I entered this house, I thought, well, I'll do what I did previously, which is to use nails. And the problem with nails is Protech Star Cases swing. Now, please join me in the comments if you've noticed this as well. When you fasten a Protech Star Case at the top with a pin or nail, there's a pivot, and they always swing. It's quite annoying, actually. It really did my head in. Going back years when I first got my first Protech Star Cases, I thought, my God, isn't that awful? They swing, they pivot. Rubbish, in fact. If you look at a normal vintage collection figure, you'll notice that the punch hole is not in the centre of the card, but it's to the left, right above where the figure is. Now, the figure's always on the left, because that's done because the photograph is visible on the right-hand side. And the reason it's on the left is it's central then, above the weight of the figure. Because the weight of the figure's on the left-hand side, I think it swings to the bottom right. I think I've got that right. So what I did in my previous place was that I had a nail at the top where the hole is, because that's central on the Protech Star Case. And I put another nail on the bottom right to stop it from swinging, otherwise it would just pivot. Now, I don't know how you do it. I've asked all sorts of people. I think I asked Figure Collector James. Figure Collector James? Oh my God. No, fellow figure collectors, also known as James, how he did it, because he's got a massive room, a huge room in his basement. You know, he's got like an air hockey table and stuff like that. Very jealous, James. But I asked him what he did, and I think he said, I don't know what you said, James. I think you should just have them all jigsawed together. But personally, in my previous place, I like to have them all spread out like that, you see. So in this new, in the new rooms I'm in, I've kind of got them a bit closer together, because technically they're these were smaller rooms than I had previously. I've got 2 new rooms, but smaller wall space. Where you previously saw me doing videos and stuff, that was kind of like a longer wall. But in that room, there was all sorts of other furniture. There was like a wardrobe, and so that was the only clear space I used to have. But now I've got like a smaller room, but absolutely empty. It's an empty box room. But so I started out. Let me just, as I say, I told you this would be uncut. I'm going through a month's worth of photographs, in amongst other stuff as well, like going on walks and stuff in lockdown and taking pictures of scenery. The problem with the room I'm in now, in this property, is that the plaster is crap. If you put a nail into that plasterwork, it's so crumbly. It's like really porous plaster. I don't know anything about plastering. Previous place, you could put a nail through it, and it was like maybe it had a little bit of plasterboard or something like that. I don't know, but it would be firm into the wall. This is just flaking off, and I thought, oh my god, hang on, I can't have this. I'm not struggling every time I bang a nail into the wall. So I just started thinking about it, and I thought, what I really need to stop, A, that swinging thing, and also B, to save having to nail something into the wall. What I need is to stick something on the wall, like something long. I'll cut a long story short, I used Lego in the end, because I just thought, well, what I need is Lego or something like that. And I've got a glue gun, and I stuck, like, I stuck the Lego onto the wall. Firstly, I used blue tack. And I knew that would be nothing permanent because, blue tack, it's not going to stay up forever, is it? Especially if it's got weight hanging something up with it. But ironically, I hung up a load, and you're looking at them now, I hung up a load of vintage collection stuff on the wall, and it lasted 24 hours, and I think one fell off. But then I thought to myself, I've got this whole box of Lego, and this is the Lego size I chose. It's 1 across. And the length could be up to about, I've noticed it can go down to about 2, but anything long, as long as it's not longer than the size of the case, and it can fit inside, is good. But 1 depth, that works fine. So I got a glue gun, and I thought to myself, well, I'm not going to wreck the Lego. I don't use this Lego anymore. This is Lego I had when I was a kid, a baby. And I just sort of had hold of it, and I thought, well, why don't I put it to good use, give it a second lease of life, and stick it on the wall, and then I can hold these figures up. So the method was that, as I say, I got the right size. I sort of measured where I needed to put them on, to get, because you've got to line them all up carefully. I used a piece of blue tack. Now, Americans, help me out here. What do you call blue tack in America? It's like a kind of a really sticky, like plasticine type substance, and it is blue. And we call it blue tack, not thumbtack. That's what we call them, drawing pins. But anyway, the blue tack was quite good, just to kind of get the I was experimenting with something new, and it worked. It worked fine. So from there on, I thought, well, I need something more permanent. So I do have a glue gun. So I got my measurements correct. On the wall, I kind of tracked where I wanted to stick stuff. Then I got my glue gun, drew a line with a pencil, put the glue on the piece of Lego, and stuck it on the wall. And then I also just put a little bit of blue tack on the actual piece of Lego, which is then stuck to the wall, just for minor adjustments, minor tweaks. It's been great. It's been fantastic. I tell you one massive problem. This is a really long process. It's taken me so long to do a full wall like that. Lots of time. But, in lockdown like we are now, geez, we've got so much time to kill. It doesn't matter too much. Now, I've used all sorts of different types of Lego. I've used thin stripes like that. You can see there's 2 pieces there together. The reason I did that was because some of the cards are punched, some of them are unpunched. Now, when they're unpunched cards, it doesn't matter what's behind them. They could be red, green, blue, whatever. But when they've been punched cards, I've used black. Lego because that kind of disguises, if you don't want to see a piece of colourful Lego behind the punch, you know what I mean? So I know I am waffling on here, but I've got all the time in the world here. This is going to be a long episode. I just want to ramble on and go through some of these pictures and show you what's been going on. So it's been quite nice. I went fishing in my old Lego box, which I literally haven't touched for 25 years. It's just nice to see, to rummage through that was quite nostalgic, should we say. Touching stuff I've not had for so many years, and to see it's serving a purpose now is quite cute. Put some new blinds on the, I don't have blinds yet. This is the problem with lockdown. I can't order anything like that. So I've got some heavy duty curtains, and I've gone to efforts to kind of block the natural light out, because the last thing I want to do is damage these cards. And that's it. So it's been quite interesting. So bit by bit, day by day, I've just been building up and building up, getting them all in rows. In this one room here, which has got 3 walls. 3 bare walls, and then 1 wall has a window on it. I kind of dedicated that room to original trilogy and prequels. I mean, there was a point in this lockdown I was thinking, do you know what? I don't have the space in this new place for cards. Maybe I should convert the garage or something in the future. It'll be a long time before anyone can do anything like that. But actually, I've got more cards in this one room, this smaller room, than I imagined, so it's been quite good. But I do have a second room, which I'm going to dedicate to Overspill, and I'm going to put my sequel trilogy and anthology movie stuff like Solo, Rogue One, Mandalorian, and of course, Force Awakens, Last Jedi, and Rise of Skywalker. All those vintage collection cards are going to go in there. So there you are. Check it out. It's all going really well. It's just nice to finally get my vintage collection stuff back on a wall. I've used all sorts of different shapes and sizes of Lego. As long as it's thin enough, it works. And you've got to be very careful. It takes a lot of time because you've kind of got to get the Lego in the right position to start with. So that's why I've been using blue tack. And then I've been sort of like carefully sort of plotting it all out like that. When I was sort of mooching around stuff, I kind of discovered these drafts here from an old chess set. The chess set's sort of dead now. It's missing a piece. So I was going to sort of trick it away. But then I thought, well, you know, this might work. And I thought, well, would it? Would a draft piece have... I mean, the thing about the Lego is it's got like it goes along. But the draft piece might have sort of a smaller surface area at the top. Like it might pivot like, say, the nails were. But actually, for whatever reason, they work to treat as well. What I did was I had them sort of hanging just above where the punch hole is, as opposed to it being in the centre of the card. And they've been great as well. But again, with a little bit of blue tack, just to kind of stick it on there, to kind of adjust it and keep it in place, stop it slipping, it works perfectly. So that's been really good. The only thing I can do now is just sort of, I'm nearly finished putting all these vintage cards on. As you can see them all sprawled out on a bed here. They were the last few ones I needed to put up. And the overspill I've started to put into the second collection room where the helmets are. And then eventually I'll get my vehicles all set up. And then I've got some floating shelves as well, which I'm going to have my loose collection. I've been dying to get that out of boxes and stuff. My loose collection has been in boxes and jiffy bags for, not jiffy bags, what's the word now? Zip bags for years. So I can't wait to get that out. And maybe you can help me here. Help me with a decision I need to make. I was in the second room. I was going to put up my, I don't know what you call it. It's like a pegboard, isn't it? It came from Toys R Us. And I was going to have that right bang in the middle of the room there. You can see I've just got it on the floor there. But I was considering having that in the middle, just roughly above where it is there, and then have the floating boards left and right of it. Floating shelves, I beg your pardon. Have the shelves, like four rows of shelves to the left, 4 rows to the right. Have my loose collection there. But I don't know if I want to do it because the pegboard does look kind of scruffy. It's not really that easy on the eye. And what my absolute dream for my collection room was to have one long board going right across from one side of the wall to the other. And have like almost like a Bayern tapestry of the whole Star Wars saga, starting with Phantom Menace, going all the way through to the Rise of Skywalker. and put figures in chronological order of their appearance in the movies. Now, I really want to do that, but then another part of me wants to have that pegboard up just for a little bit of a gimmicky, quirky display piece in the middle of the wall there, you know. Little piece of Toys R Us there, and I can have my my overspill stuff I can trade on in the future. It looks quite good hanging on pegs, figures, carded figures sometimes. So what do you think? I was asking Tim from Bosk's Bounty that earlier, what did he think? I personally would like to go with my original plan, which was to just have loads of... I would have loved to have had one long board, but I only managed to get these boards that are 80 centimetres, and I can, you know, if I'm very careful with the drill and use a spirit level, I can get them all in one long shelf. Not just have one shelf, I'll have obviously another shelf below that. I'll probably need about 12 altogether. I've got 6 so far. So I can do 3 in a row, and then have another 3 below that. 2 3s are 6, 3 3s now 4 3s are 4 rows of 3, 4 3s are 12. So I need 12 in total. I've only got 6 right now, so I need to get some more. So there you are, ladies and gentlemen. This has been my 500th video. That's very uncut. If I have babbled on there incoherently at any stage, that's because I'm literally flicking through loads of pictures here, and I'm going to have to just put this together by finding the picture again and edit it together. It might take a while to put it together, but who cares? Thank you so much for following this channel and for taking an interest in my collection. Can't wait to get everything sorted in the new gaff. And also, thank you for subscribing, and look forward to bringing you some more updates as and when. All right, then. Take care. This has been Only One. Yeah, please do take care in lockdown. Stay safe. Stay healthy. This has been Only One Kenobi. Only One. Out.